Yeah, so look, the selection process that we have for Big Buddy, we're pretty open about the fact that it is a bit of a longer process, but really it's about getting to know you and your story, and by doing that we can match you with the right boy. There's certain elements that we do need to consider in terms of, safety and commitment and all that side of thing, and that can look a little bit, full on paper, but it really starts with a phone call, just having a conversation. It's as simple as, hey, how you going? My name's Shane from Big Buddy. What's your name? Telling us a little bit about yourself and who you are and what brings you to the party, because I speak to so many amazing men, and the key thing, the consistent thing with all of them, is that they have fantastic intention. So walking alongside them in that process is bringing them along to an induction evening to, meet with myself and Mark and the Auckland team, and just giving them a bit of a world into us. This is the way that Big Buddy is, and here's some history, and they also get to meet other men walking through the process as well. So it really sort of establishes that sense of community and the sense of, this is what Big Buddy is about and this is what it looks like. There are some admin processes to go through on our side in terms of doing some reference calls and some background checks with other people in their lives, and that just really sort of rounds out the story of who a person is. We get to sit with a Big Buddy at home and do what we call a home visit. That's about a 90-minute process, and it really is a chance to get to know a person for who they are, not just in the present moment, but who they were as a boy, growing up through their life, and potentially who they want to be in the future. That's a real privilege to do that. It's easy to look at that as an interview, but I always like to label it as more of a conversation. We're conversing about different aspects of a person's life to, yes, make sure that they're safe and committed, but also to match them with the right person, because it all feeds into the story of, this is a man who can be with a boy, so let's not leave any chapters unwritten, kind of thing. The last part of the process is going along to meet with an independent psychologist, which sounds a little bit funny on paper, but really it's just extending that conversation with someone who's making sure that we as mentoring managers are doing our job correctly. And it sounds like a lot, but I know that as a Big Buddy myself, I got a lot from that process. And as a mentoring manager, one thing I hear at the start of the process is that, it seems like quite a lot, but I understand it. And then they get to the end of the process and they go, that was a really good process. So we ask for a minimum requirement of at least 12 months, the first 3 months of which is what we call a trial period, just to kind of bed in the relationship, build some rapport, figure out what outings and systems kind of work. After that 12 months, we actually see that the average match lasts for about 3.5 to 4 years. And obviously with having been around for 20 plus years as a charity, we kind of are seeing that number stretch out a little bit. I know of some matches that have been connected for 15 plus years. It really starts from that first little connection at the match meeting, and you start off for that 12 months and you think, cool, I've done that, that's my sort of minimum requirement. Most of the matches will sort of continue on in some capacity beyond that. And, I think that speaks to the process, getting it right. It does take time to find the right man for the right boy, but boy, when you get it right, you build some pretty cool relationships.